Hi, welcome to a beginner's guide to EquatIO. I'm Tracy Nazarella. I'm a classroom teacher at St. Jerome Catholic School in Riverside South, part of the OCSB. And I teach grade 6, and I am very passionate about technology. And I've been playing around with EquatIO. I love read and write. And so EquatIO is read and write's brother, I guess, that will help you make math digital. I love the program, but I haven't found it very intuitive. So I've been trying to figure it out. And this is what I have figured out so far. So if you figure out some more things and want to share your ideas, that would be awesome. Hit me up on Twitter or in the board email. So here are some things that I've been doing with EquatIO with my students and some of the other students at St. Jerome. So this is one that I did with some grade 4s today. We were talking about a little bit of algebra. So how it works is the kids can, once they've opened their EquatIO, so you can see the toolbar down here, once they've opened EquatIO, if they click on the math that I have put in there, this is a math space that I have put in there, all they have to do is go to Edit Math, and it'll bring that math basically to a digital piece of paper where they can show their thinking. So if they wanted to figure this out, maybe they wanted to use manipulatives, maybe they want to use stars. Actually, I'm going to change the color of the stars because I actually know how to do that. So I think I'm so cool. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste 15 stars. So there's 5. And actually, yeah, I'm just going to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So then if I was the student with these 15 stars, maybe I would pull away, put 6 on the side. And then they can count what's left to figure out their thinking. If they don't want to use the manipulatives, they can actually use the freehand drawing, and they could maybe move this 6 over to the other side and figure it out that way. Whatever they decide to do, then you as the educator can see their thinking. By that having them inserted, they just press this blue button up here, and it'll bring it in to the Google slide. One issue I've been personally having, I'm not sure why, when you're actually editing the math, you would think you're actually editing it, meaning changing it, but you're actually just putting on top. So I've been having the kids just kind of move the picture out of the way and then deleting the original one. And then there's your thinking. Here's a couple other things we had them do. Today they were writing the equations here, and they were actually using the speech. So they were saying things like 21 minus 3 equals 18, and then inserting it. Oops, I forgot to turn off the mic. So it'll be inserted like a picture, and then they can drag it around anywhere. So that's kind of cool. This one was balls. So they were able to actually change the color of the balls. This one, there's money. There's actually money in there. Fraction cubes. So we were using those. This one's kind of cool. I found it on the Text Help website, and they actually have a bunch of ready-made lessons. Most of them are for high school, not very many for elementary, but this one was a great way to get the kids using the tools. So this one is making a treasure island. My grade 6s really had a lot of fun with this on the snow day. So they're supposed to, draw an island. I'm going to change the color of the island. And then I want to copy and then paste it. So I would make a very small island here. I'm going to move just this out of the way. And then I'm going to grab my small island, and this becomes the legend. So the kids had a lot of fun with this, and it really had them exploring all the different tools that are available to them, some of the smart tools. They could handwrite, Boyd, my dog, island. Although this turned it into math thinking, I should have had it on text. Anyhow, so pretty cool program. So then if they insert this, it would go back into the slide. But how do you make this? This is what I was having a hard time with, so I figured it out and I thought I would show you. This is a question that I'm working on for my math class tomorrow with my grade sixes, and we're comparing numbers, and I want them using open number lines. So if you click on this number line that I've actually made in Math Space, I'm going to show you how to do this. Students click Edit Math, and this is one of their smart tools, their smart shapes. So the students actually, if they click on it, can change the number of ticks, which is really cool. Then they can use, maybe I want to make this the benchmark number here. They can then figure out where Mackenzie River might be versus the St. Lawrence River, whatever they're doing, okay? And then they can just bring this into the Google slide that we're working on, which is all in Happer Workspace. So usually I would do this with my students. They'd usually be working in pairs or small groups, and I'm just going to get rid of the original one. And then here's their work. But how do you do this? So I'm just going to get rid of this. So I want them to use a benchmark to solve these. I would probably have all these populations printed for them as well, so they don't have to go back and forth on the slide. So I want them to use a benchmark and a number line to compare the two cities' populations. So how I'm doing this is I am creating a math space on that slide. So you just have to kind of sit tight, as they keep saying. Go over here to the smart shapes. There's so many to choose from. I thought the polygons were really cool because if you can change the number of sides they have, which is really would be amazing for lines of symmetry. But anyways, they have grids, protractors, fraction bars, circles, which is amazing. Compass, coordinate plane, which I've used a lot with my grade sixes. But today we're going to use the number line. So here's my number line. Oops, I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. I'm going to let the students put the ticks on because I do want them to really just get used to using this number line. And then all I'm going to do is insert this. If I wanted to add instructions, I can. I could start typing something, whatever it is, and then insert it. So it's like, please label for number line. And then if you go insert, it just inserts it like a picture. And then I want to put this back in my Google slide. Just press this blue thing, and then it comes up as a picture right here. But this is totally interactive. So whenever the students click on this and go to edit math, then they can actually manipulate it and use it. Yeah, so we've used, in grade sixes, we've been using the graphing editor. You can do things as a table, which is really cool for patterning. So I can't say enough about EquatIO. I wish it was a little bit more user-friendly. But if you figure some things out, hit me up on Twitter or send me an email. I'd love to hear about from you, how you're using this cool tool.